Chocolate cake is everyone's favorite dessert. Today we're going to give it a crack at it. And the reason I say that is I've had some mixed results with chocolate cakes. I've scoured the internet for different recipes. I've tried to create my own, but they didn't come out the way I just liked them to be. So I finally found a recipe that I'm going to share with y'all today. And disclaimer, it is not my recipe. I'll post the website that you can get it from, the YouTube channel that I found it on actually. And you can go from there. But I'm going to put a little of my own iteration on it. So if you like it, leave me a comment and let me know. If you don't like it, leave me a comment and let me know either way. But let's get started. Our flour and cocoa powder. I'm going to have all of the measurements in the description. In this one bowl, I've put my baking soda, baking powder, and my salt all together. There's no need for 3 separate containers for that. And we're just going to sift that all together. Alright, we're going to set this to the side. And we're going to cream together some butter and some sugar. If I can find my butter. So this butter is room temperature, so it's nice and soft. So this process will be a lot smoother. The reason I chose this recipe, as you'll see, you're going to see 3 key ingredients in here that you will probably not see in another cake recipe. But when I saw it, I thought, well, we can give this a try because it's different. And what we're looking for in a chocolate cake is depth, richness, decadence, all of those good things that make a chocolate cake so enjoyable. Here's our sugar. There's a little something in it. I don't know what that is. Let me get it out of there. Now it's time to add eggs. But first I wanted to share with y'all where I got these eggs from. Now you can see these eggs are all different colors. We got some brown eggs, some pink, and even some light green ones. Oh, there it is. Some light green ones. I got these from my mother-in-law's backyard. She has chickens. And I've come to find that eggs come in all different colors. And because these are kind of small, I usually wouldn't use but 3 eggs in this. The recipe calls for 3 eggs. But today we're going to use 4 because these are kind of small. Look at these beautiful small green eggs. Isn't that crazy? Like green eggs and ham. Alright. We're going to add these one at a time. And we're going to mix and combine them until they're incorporated. Alright, I'm going to give this a quick scrape down. And this is the first of our ingredients that I'm going to add that I must admit I have never ever before put into a chocolate cake. And that is mayo. So we've got about a cup of mayo here. We're just going to add this right on in there. Don't be shy. I can tell you that it won't taste like mayo, but it will add a little depth, a little zing. That'll make you wonder, what is that flavor? You you can see with the addition of that mayo how nice and fluffy and creamy that is. It is absolutely beautiful. But now we're going to do a little something else a little different. Alright, what we have here is a 12-ounce can of Guinness or stout. Now stout is something that you might not automatically think to put into any kind of dessert. But if you pay attention to the notes, I'll put it on the screen for you. Look at the notes of this beverage. I circled it in red for you there. All of these things are things that make a chocolate cake a chocolate cake. So we're going to try that, something new. We're going to add a little bit of espresso powder. And a little bit of vanilla. That smells so good already. So now we're going to alternate adding our wet and our dry ingredients and making up our batter. Finish making up our batter. Alright, our batter is just about ready to go. We've got one more ingredient to add. Alright, after giving a good scrape down, now we're going to fold in 4 ounces of chopped up dark chocolate. You can use milk chocolate if you prefer, but dark chocolate is going to give it some depth that milk chocolate won't give it. Just going to fold that in nice and neat. And that's something else you may not see often in a chocolate cake recipe, actual chopped up pieces of chocolate. Some people don't like it. They say it takes something away from the cake, but you know, I think there are some things that are just strictly personal preference. So, alright, our batter is ready to go. Now it's important, I've already greased my pans and my oven is already ready to go. And the reason for that is because you've got these leaveners in this cake, you don't want it sitting for any amount of time, especially not for a long time. Now I'm going to take the rest of that batter and make some cupcakes, because this could actually be a 3-layer cake, but I'm just going to keep it at 2. And I'm going to make some cupcakes with the rest of that batter. Alright, so now we're going to frost our cake with this lovely peanut butter cream cheese chocolate. I know that was a mouthful of frosting we made. I'm using a cake board because I'm going to lift this right up and put it in a box because I made it for someone. And one thing I have been taught about, when you're frosting a cake, you want to put as much more in the between layers than you think you need. So that's what we're going to do here. And you can make whatever kind of frosting you want to make. It's totally up to you. This is where, you know, the cake gets very, very versatile. I'm going to leave, well, I've already showed y'all how I've made this frosting. I mean, you could do anything here. You could make a frosting. You could make a lemon curd. I think lemon curd and chocolate cake together is greatly underrated. And as you can see, these layers, they came out baked nice and smooth and flat. So there was not a lot of waste. Well, there was no waste. Actually, cake don't get wasted around here anyway. So it was nice and easy. And if you don't have an offset spatula, I suggest you get one. It will make your frosting life much easier, because for me, this is the most annoying and painstaking part of baking, frosting the cake. Just gonna set that layer on top right there, and we'll go from there. Whatever you do, keep baking.